There is no laptop. There is an actual physical laptop that somebody had. But the guy that said he had the laptop, the existence of the search for the laptop came before he was even a twinkle in Rudy Giuliani's eye. And so what they did is they cobbled together stolen, concocted, fabricated mishmash of digital information, largely which is, thousands and thousands and thousands of emails from 25 years. I mean, no laptop could have held all of that.
There is a reason I am opening with that specific clip. For starters, it perfectly illustrates that Hunter B. Biden, or as the Biden crime family prefers to call him, Bob. Hey, it's me, Bobby B. This clip illustrates that Bob Biden has absolutely no understanding of how technology works. Everyone knows this laptop story is false. There's no way one laptop could hold thousands and thousands of emails. Have you seen the size of the average email? Those file sizes are huge. I have thousands of video clips on my laptop. I'm pretty sure I could have millions, maybe even tens of millions of emails on this hard drive. The main reason, though, I open with that clip, Uncle Casey tries to be fair to everyone, even those who don't necessarily deserve fairness, like our former fearless leader, Johnny B. Biden. So, before I show you this clear act of betrayal between father and son, I just wanted to remind you that Hunter Biden is a confirmed liar. To make matters worse, the Biden Hunter is also a confirmed addict. Like we discussed yesterday while talking about John Manziel, you can never trust an addict. Addicts are unpredictable. Supposedly, Hunter Biden has been sober since June of 2019. For his sake, I hope that is true. Of course, damn near every addict claims that they're sober. I haven't had a drink in 24 hours. Look at me, I'm on the wagon. Hell, John Manziel has been claiming for years that he is sober. Over the weekend, John booked a first-class seat on the sobriety wagon and took a trip to Miami. Well, Casey, who wants to spend Christmas in Miami? Why would anyone want to spend a winter holiday in a tropical climate? Kevin McAllister felt the same way. That's why he chose to board a plane to New York City to rendezvous with the Wet Bandits instead of joining his family in Miami. Kevin didn't want to spend Christmas in Little Havana either. Uncle KC doesn't want to spend winter, summer, spring, or fall in Miami. But supposedly, sober John took a trip to Miami to see Jake Paul get his ass kicked. He was supposed to be on College Game Day on ESPN the following morning, but he no-showed the appearance due to a sudden case of norovirus, or as it's commonly known by its medical term in rehab, a hangover. The point is, it is incredibly difficult to trust an addict. People who have spent years battling addiction, they develop strong skills in the art of lying. But that does not mean they're allergic to telling the truth. The only people I know with confirmed allergens to the truth are working in the woke media. Addicts and former addicts, they do have the ability to be honest. And there were moments in his interview with Shawn Ryan where I thought Hunter Biden was clearly being honest about his father. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. My uncle called me a few weeks ago. He's a military veteran, served in the Gulf War in the early 90s. As he's gotten older, he's been dealing with various health-related issues. Doctors had him on pain management. They had him taking all this medicine just to get him to sleep at night, most of which wasn't working. Once the meds wore off, he was tossing and turning all night. Plus, he was building up a tolerance. Last month, my aunt bought him some CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain Trading. Wanted him to try it out just to see if it would work. He applies the CBD lotion every night before bed. My uncle's getting the best sleep he's gotten in years. He doesn't even take the pain medication anymore because he doesn't need it. Recently, I gave some of the CBD lotion to my dad. Now, my dad's been installing and repairing sprinkler systems my entire life, so he's developed pain in his knees. Hates taking pills, so I gave him some of the CBD lotion to try out. His knees are now pain-free, even at 74 years old. All CBD products offered at Sugar Mountain Trading, 100% natural, 100% free of THC. They have increased their discount for the holidays, so click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL35, BTL35. Receive 35% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. Yesterday, Hunter Biden sat down with Shawn Ryan for an interview that lasted almost 6 hours. Now, full transparency here. I did not watch the entire interview. I don't have 6 hours to waste watching someone I actually care about. I don't have 6 hours to watch the life and career of Drew Brees, much less watching someone I don't give a shit about like Bob Biden. During his interview with Shawn Ryan, Hunter Biden discussed some of his father's most embarrassing failures. As you guys know, there were so many failures with Joe Biden, 6 hours was not enough time to talk about his 6 decades of embarrassing failure. There's a reason John Biden was the inaugural winner of the Huge Embarrassing Failure Awards. But during the interview, they decided to focus on John's failures as our former fearless leader. Now, obviously, his biggest failure, the reason he was voted out of office, was the 4 years of absolute disaster on the southern border. During John's reign of terror, it's estimated that over 10 million people entered the country, with around 60% of them entering illegally. During his presidency, they tried to convince us that this was a good thing for America. Diversity is our strength. Multiculturalism is our bond. Hunter Biden admitted that Daddy's immigration policy was a disaster. He basically said that we don't want people from these third world dumps coming over here and draining all of our resources. Watch for yourself.
We don't want immigrants that are coming here illegally, draining us of resources, and also and being prioritized above people that are actual literal heroes that are coming home, or that are still recovering from 20 years of endless war.
I know immigrants from Mexico get a lot of criticism for coming here illegally, and rightfully so. If you're going to come here, you should do it the right way. There's got to be some level of control with immigration. But at least most of the people from Mexico, most of the people leaving their straw huts in Guatemala, they're coming here to work. They're not coming here to mooch off of the system. They're not coming here to turn cities into Somalian dumps. We have military veterans, brave men and women who sacrificed their lives for our country. They are fighting to receive benefits they've already earned. Meanwhile, we have people living on welfare and posting videos of their entitlement on TikTok. Then they'll turn around and talk about how much they hate the country that's feeding them for free. Next, Hunter Biden discussed the horrific withdrawal from Afghanistan in the summer of 2021. Many believe this sent a clear message to the world that America was now weak, which was true at the time because our president spent most of his time in his Delaware dungeon playing Dungeons and Dragons. The withdrawal from Afghanistan, it was an embarrassment, and some believe it emboldened Vlad Putin to invade Ukraine. According to Hunter Biden, there was one aging fossil to blame for this disaster. Watch for yourself.
I think one of the failures was the way in which they executed the withdrawal from Afghanistan. I think it was an obvious fucking failure. I think 13 Marines are dead. I can blame it on his generals. I can blame it on the people, the way in which we did it. But my dad always knew this also, is that the buck stops with him.
Obviously, there's a lot more to this interview. If you've got 6 hours to spare, you can watch the full interview here on YouTube on Shawn Ryan's channel. But as I was watching some of the interview this morning, my only question was why? Why is Hunter Biden doing this? Why is the underboss of the Biden crime family basically snitching on the boss? There have been so many allegations of how Hunter Biden benefited financially from Daddy's reign of terror. Hell, has Hunter Biden ever had a real job? The dude's 55 years old. I don't think he's ever had a real job. So why would he bite the hand that has been feeding him for 55 years? Why would he turn his back on the boss of the family? Maybe, just maybe, Hunter Biden is subtly selling out the family for money. During the interview, he talked about being $15 million in debt. I've been defending myself against lawsuits. I've had criminal trials. My lawyers have taken all my money. To make matters worse, my daddy has failed to build generational wealth. We're poor. We're not rich anymore. According to several of those net worth sites, which are rarely accurate, our former fearless leader, John Biden, he has a net worth of $10 million. Now, part of me finds this very, very hard to believe. Joe Biden has been in Washington longer than most of us have been alive. Nancy Pelosi has a net worth of almost $300 million. Jas Crockett has a net worth of $9 million, and she's just getting started. John Biden has been working in D.C. since the 1970s. And you mean to tell me he's only swindled us out of $10 million? Either John Biden has a massive spending problem, or he is one of the worst corrupt politicians in the history of this country. To be honest with you, it's probably the latter. No offense to Joe Biden, but he's never been mistaken for a genius. I don't know his intentions. I don't know why Hunter Biden is doing this. I would assume that he received a nice payday for doing this interview. When you're $15 million in debt, I would imagine that you'll do just about anything for money, even betraying your own family. Whatever the reason, though, it once again reinforces the point: you can never trust an addict. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.